Hey everybody, this is Fergie, Chris Ferguson, and you're listening to Chicken Bone Alley.
Well, thank you there, Chris. That was Chris Ferguson, if y'all don't know. Welcome back to another edition of Chicken Bone Alley. Yeah, that was Chris Ferguson from last week's episode, so if y'all ain't listened to it, y'all need to go back and listen to last week's episode, Fergie Time, from last week. But anyway, I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, guys and girls? Yeah, that was a good one. Looking forward to having him on again, man. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of cool talking to him. Still glad to be able to have talked to him the other day. That was a lot of fun. So, what's up? What's been going on? Did you finish working yet? Last time we heard on here, you was going back to work.
Yeah, I did. So I worked all day and then worked all night. So that was fun. You know how that is. But yeah, we got it done, and they still running. They happy. As far as I know, they making chips and fueling the mill. So that's what it's all about. So we made them happy. So, but anyway, yeah, that was a job, man. It was. But yeah, it's been a screwed up couple weeks for me. I still ain't over it. And my little baby girl, my 2-year-old, she won't damn sleep in her bed. So naturally, I get about, I don't know, from about 10 o'clock to about 12:30 sleep. That's pretty good. That's plenty. Ain't it?
Plenty
of time. Plenty.
Sleep after you die, boy. I mean,
and then she's like a daggum catfish in there, flipping and flopping everywhere. Then get mad that I'm laying in her spot.
You in her way.
So she thinks. So, but no, I'm good, man. Been fun. Little boy's birthday this past weekend, so turned 5.
A cold man turned 5.
Yeah, so he wanted a fishing party, and with all this virus mess going on, really couldn't go anywhere.
Well, that's kind of disappointing because I really wanted to build a little wall, let the kids throw the rod over it, and I ain't get to throw the rod over the wall.
Well, I agree. I kind of wanted to have something of that sort too, but they were occupied by the 37-foot tall slip and slide that was blown up in the backyard. So that kind of occupied their time a little bit. But yeah, and I will tell you, I probably won't, or my wife, I will probably make sure she does not just designate it to a certain type of party again.
Now you're sounding like my wife and her family.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to have a theme. Got to have a theme.
Because there ain't but so much fishing related you can buy a 5-year-old. And my man's got like 5 tackle boxes and like 12 rods.
You're welcome.
I'm like, damn. So, but anyway, yeah, I got him like a frisbee and some other things. You know, I feel like.
Well, I got him the good old Zebco 33.
You did. There's a garnet black one too.
Garnet black.
That. I'm gonna use it this weekend, so I appreciate it.
What I'm talking about.
But yeah, he's all excited, man. He's in there playing with all the stuff now down there. I hear him playing. He got a basketball goal too. He got it hanging on the door, and he keeps on hitting the glass. I'm scared he's gonna break it, but anyway.
I thought my wife wasn't ever going to quit taking pictures the other day.
I think she took about 3,000. I'm
pretty sure she did.
Pretty sure she did.
All on Facebook.
Yeah.
All that fun stuff.
So he wanted that for his birthday. Then he said what he wanted was him and his Uncle David, or his daddy and his Uncle David, to take him to a dirt race. So this is Saturday afternoon. So he's opening presents, and Dave and myself, we looking on the internet trying to find where, the best place within reason for us to get to would be to go. So Fayetteville's running. What was it with the Wayne Gray Memorial? Wayne Gray Memorial, I think it was.
Which used to be typically a Lucas Oil race, but they don't have any big sanction races there this year.
So it was a 2-day show. Like half the races on Friday night, I think it was, and it was on Saturday. But anyway, so we take off. I think the stuff started at 5 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I think stands open at 5 or seats open at 5 or something. I don't know.
We take off about 2:30, 3 o'clock, heading up there. Hour and 40 minutes or so from the house. We get 5 minutes from the racetrack and the bottom falls. And I ain't talking about just drizzling.
And we had looked at the weather multiple times because it's kind of a normal thing for us.
Every time we go to Fayetteville, for sure. But we left Florence, 20% chance of rain in Fayetteville.
Yeah, looked at it multiple times on the way up there. 20%, a little bit, nothing much. All of a sudden we get 5 minutes from the track, 90% chance of rain.
Yeah, and I mean,
What happened?
I don't understand it. So then they canceled the race, of course. So we turned around and we head back. So we're like, well, we can go to asphalt track. We go to Dillon. Dillon was running. They had a good little crowd over there.
Decent
Little
Car
crowd.
counts are still
Had some
down.
late models and had a few street stocks, and the vintage race was pretty cool. Them little modifieds, whatever they are, old school modifieds, whatever.
Yeah, that Palmetto Vintage series, they got some.
Them was some bad fast race cars, son.
I really think them two modifieds that ran up front, the old modifieds, some of them got to be like 1947 model. No, I really don't know what year they are.
I think the body might have been a 47, but the chassis sure wasn't. Because they was rolling.
I'm pretty sure they could have run with them in the late models.
Oh, I can promise you they'd outrun them. They were a lot faster in the corners than they were.
They were strolling and screaming.
They were flying.
And somebody had a actual old, it was old Craftsman truck series.
Yeah.
Truck in it.
Old Dodge or something. I
He
don't
couldn't get out of his own way.
No, he wasn't hitting on a whole lot.
I mean, it was a decent looking little truck, but it just.
Yeah, but so that was interesting. It got over pretty early. Thankfully, we got home decent hours, and we went down to Georgetown and went on a little boat ride. And we were going fishing, but my little 2-year-old won't sit still. I gotta start trolling her or something to be able to go fishing with her because
I want to go fishing. It started like, well, and I was like, dang, it's Father's Day. I can't go fishing.
Yeah, that didn't work out. I didn't really plan the day too well. But,
You didn't plan that one out.
So we went down there. It was a kind of late deal. We didn't get down there at about 1 or 2 o'clock. And
well, first you said you would. You said you was going. Then like, no, I'm tired. I ain't going. And then all of a sudden I get a text and there's Rod sitting on the back of the boat.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning and I turned on Long Shot TV and I started watching fishing. I was like, damn, I want to go fishing.
I can do that. I can do that.
So I said, well, let's go. But anyway, that was about it. It was fun. Happy Father's Day, belated to all the fathers out there.
Happy Father's Day.
We appreciate all y'all put up with like we do. I'm sure it's a lot, but we appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about what I've been doing this week. Let me tell you about the most boring job ever. If y'all don't know, I'm actually a school bus mechanic. That sounds all exciting and stuff. It's not. Don't worry. Well, Thomas school buses, big yellow school buses, they decided to put out a recall. And it's not even really a recall because there's nothing wrong. They decided, apparently, in today's age, somebody bumps their knee, all of a sudden somebody's got to do something about it. Well, they decided there wasn't enough padding on the corners of the seats in these school buses. So they sent us these these boxes, we probably had 30-some boxes, big old boxes, full of nothing but these L-shaped pieces with about a 1/4-inch piece of almost foam rubber on there. It's nothing. And they calling it padding. So we have to go in every school bus, on every seat, take the seat covers off, which if whoever is listening from the Thomas School Bus Factory that puts these seat covers on, I'm taking their staple gun away from them.
They put a bunch of staples in there?
Dude, there's probably 60, 70 staples in each seat.
That's ridiculous.
I'm like, this is a little bit overkill.
I'd say so.
A little bit of overkill. So we have to take the seat back off, put these little pieces, slide them up in there,
and staple it back.
And staple it back. What I don't understand is why are we putting one up against the wall on the window side?
Yeah, that makes no sense, bro. Why wouldn't they just allow or come up with something? They're pretty smart people out there. Why couldn't they make something that would go on the outside of the seat?
Why wouldn't they tell somebody don't hit your knee on the seat when you walk by?
Well, yeah, that as well. I don't see no problem. We never had a problem for 100 years. I rode a many school buses. I ain't never had no problem with padding in the back.
The padding that's on these seats now, we call them seat foams is what we call them, is literally about 1 inch thick now.
Hey?
And they're still worried about more padding on it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're being ridiculous. So obviously they got sued. Somebody bumped their knee and got sued.
Probably got a scar, a
stuff.
scratch.
Yeah. I don't know how they would get scratched, but yeah.
Probably for them 70 damn staples on it. Probably one of them come out and scratched them.
Well, I
Pat
hate
ain't
telling
helping
them,
that.
but I promise you, wasn't 70 of them got put back in it. I put about 3 in the bottom side and maybe 7 or 8 in the top side.
Hey, whatever, we're in a hole.
It'll hold. It'll hold. Oh, anyway, well, it has been a interesting week in the world of motorsports, to say the least.
Yeah, well, I think everybody knows that we used to talk about NASCAR a lot, and since they have decided to turn political, nothing but political, and my view and my opinion on what they're doing and what they're not doing or whatever really don't really matter, because as far as I'm concerned, as long as they want to stay political, we're not going to cover it. We want to talk about racing. We want to race. We want to talk about that. So, we probably won't cover too much in NASCAR in the near future anyway.
We liable to, well, we say NASCAR, and we'll narrow that down a little bit. Our buddy Derek Griffith, he's gonna run some ARCA stuff, and so we'll cover that. I know that's NASCAR related. We'll definitely cover all that.
Well, I think
as far as the Sunday, when they want to tell you every single story outside of racing that's going on with every single person, we're just not into that. Sorry. I mean, if you are, good for you. We're not gonna go into all that. We liable to tell you a couple of results from if we
Blaney won.
Yeah, Blaney won. It was typical Talladega race. There you go. And so we're liable to tell you some results and stuff. If they get out of it, hey, we'd be glad to cover them again. Be glad to keep on going with it. I mean, I like racing. I may listen to it on the radio every now and then.
Well, I like racing. That's the thing about it. I like racing, and it in the top tier series, like you say, and I'm not saying the trucks even. We won't try to look at some of that,
right?
But I even say into the Xfinity, because there's a lot of stuff fading back in the Xfinity in the Cup Series. It's so political now, man, and it's so money driven, and there's so many business type officials or whatever with business minds running that sanctioned series, whatever.
It's a sponsor driven sport, but they're letting.
But it's just
it's almost getting to the point that they're letting the tail wag the dog.
And it's that's why I say even ARCA, that's great, because they're not emphasizing so much into the lower tiers, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with following that and staying up with that. But, man, I mean, honestly, you look at anything to do with NASCAR this past week, if you wanted to look at anything, you heard nothing about what's going on the track, what's going on here, who's doing this. You heard nothing about it. It was nothing but negative publicity. That was it. I mean, I just don't want to. I don't want to hear it.
No, we've decided we don't want to be all about the negative stuff. And yes, we have a podcast, and yes, we have views on it. But guess what? I'm not even going to go down to the extent of giving my view on even all of what happened, just because I don't want to even get into that.
Well, that's right. That's why we're not following NASCAR, because they're into it. So I don't want to continue that. I want to stop it here.
And I know if we do get into it, then I know we have probably some of our listeners that go one way. We probably have some that go the other. And that is perfectly fine for you to have your own opinion.
Everybody needs that.
Everybody needs your opinion, but it's just gotten to a point that it's too much negativity and it's too much divisiveness, and it shouldn't be that. There's ways to do things and not be so divisive, and we're just not going to feed into the divisiveness.
Right, and that's kind of like me and David had talked earlier this week. I really think and I really wish that. And its prime example is Lucas Oil Series, World of Outlaw. All the smaller touring series, they've kept their mouth shut about it. They've stayed out of it. Just stay out of it. And in my opinion, if you stay out of it it's going to be a week or two, whatever go by, and the media's going to be on to something else. So you saved your face there, in my opinion, to a lot of people.
Well, there's ways, and I'll give an example. This ain't even a racing example, and I'm going to go with it, the Confederate flag issue. Well, I know most of our listeners, racing fans, most of y'all like, good music and stuff too. Let's take Lynyrd Skynyrd, for example. Lynyrd Skynyrd, as a band, does not use the Confederate flag anymore. They never announced that they did not use the Confederate flag anymore, or whatever they did, show it on their album cover, whatever. They never announced that. They slowly drew it back. Nobody had a problem with it.
Right.
Well, so I'm not saying one side's right, one side's wrong, whatever. You got your opinion. That's great. But there's other ways to do it without alienating everybody. And
yeah, and taking people's rights away and mandating things.
Yeah, that's the political side I don't even want to get into.
Right. So, anyway, I hope they overcome it. I do. I don't want to see NASCAR fade away. I don't want to see them lose interest. I don't, by any means, because I love racing. Like you said, I want to get them. I hope that they can get back to racing and focusing on better on-track activity and not so much trying to please everybody and not hurt anybody's feelings in some ways, because
exactly.
I don't care what you do. There's going to be somebody that's going to be upset with something. So, and that's with anything.
Now, in saying that, a few of y'all may want to dig into all this a little more before y'all go into it, to put a stop to it. No, we are not racist in any way, shape, or form, and that is it. And you can argue whatever you want. We know we're not. God knows we're not, and beyond that, I don't care who knows we're not.
No,
So
it doesn't.
I know my heart, know my intentions, and that's not any intentions on this decision. We don't want to be that political podcast, and so this is probably going to be our last time talking about the political side of it.
Right. Well, the main thing is I just want everyone to know, and a lot of people probably rather hear more about local stuff going on and dirt racing and all that, but I just want everybody to know that's probably going to be the end of us covering much of NASCAR for a while, until that can kind of get back to the roots of where it should be, in my opinion. So anyway, going back to Derek, man, from what I hope and I'm thinking and hearing, he's gonna be a guest for the whole like a whatever you call it next week, right?
Yeah, as far as we know, if nothing else changes, y'all come in next week. Derek Griffith is going to be our third co-host.
That was my wording I was looking for.
He's going to be the third co-host. Now, he's going to be on Skype, obviously, because he's up north. We're down south here. So he's going to be our third co-host next week. And actually, I know things have changed up with him a little bit, and we're going to talk to him about it next week. He was going to run, originally planned that first year he was going to run the entire ARCA Menards East Series, and because of all the virus and everything, Chad Bryant Racing had to change up. I don't know all the specifics on it, and that's what we want to talk to him about next week. One thing, but he's not going to be able to run the ARCA East Series. But this week he'll be at Pocono running the ARCA Menards National Series, I guess you'll call it. So it's a bad thing that he's not going to run for a championship, but he's actually moving up.
Yeah.
So
well, hey, and I think and I'm sure he can tell us, but how he turns out and how he performs is going to help a lot with the schedule being longer, I'm sure. So
right,
looking forward to that for sure. But anyway, this past weekend he was in a late model. He run to pass the Pro All Stars North Series, I think it is up there. We got a South Series, of course, down here.
Was it the North or was it the All-Star Series?
It might have been. Yeah, well, I guess the Pro All-Star Series.
Okay, that's the one that combines them
the
both.
combined deal, yeah. But
Yeah.
so they were up in North Woodstock, New Hampshire, at White Mountain Motorsports Park, and from what I can understand and gather, he had a bad draw and started the back of their heat and got caught up in some mess there. So they had to get the car back together and he started in the back. I think he started 27th in the main 150 lap race, and I'm damn if he didn't drive up through there and win the thing, bro.
He drove it to the front.
I'm telling you. And
I drove it to the front.
And I don't know how they run late models up there, but down here it's sure hard to pass, especially 27 of them.
It's hard to pass, especially if you don't. I mean, I unfortunately I was not able to watch his race.
No,
I would love to have been able to watch
yeah.
it. But I know if they run anything like do around here, it's a lot of long green flag runs. So
yeah, it's a long green flag, and I mean it's dead in the bottom. I mean, I don't know what it is. I know I think that's a high bank track. So I would love to be able to watch it, but we'll get him on next week. He can tell us about it, and hopefully he has a good turnout at Pocono, and we'll have a lot to talk about.
I think he will. That boy, I'm gonna tell you, I really think he's gonna be a rising star in the NASCAR series. I mean, and he's gonna move on up from ARCA. I really think I would not be surprised to see him in a truck ride here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I hope he gets his break, man. I really do. That's kind of one thing we talked about with him before is it's so sponsor driven now, and you got to have so much money to be able to get the breaks and to get up into opportunity to run. Like we said before, I think it's $150,000 a race to be able to run one of Kyle Busch's trucks. It's just so expensive to be able to get a good break with a good team. But I hope he does. I tell you what, he is definitely turning some heads. So looking forward to talking with him for sure.
I am too, and I think your kids are howling downstairs at this point.
Yeah, there's no telling. No telling what's going on down there. That's why I come up here. Y'all wonder why we have these long podcasts. There. That's why.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, but anyway, yeah, Derek's going. He's gonna drive it to the front at Pocono. He ain't never been to Pocono. Not racing anyway. I don't know if he's ever watched a race there. I imagine he has. He's moved that way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he has, and he's gonna be strong. I think he's gonna be just fine. He's gonna be running up front for sure.
Most definitely. And another somebody I want to tell y'all about a little bit here. It was funny because we actually talked about him a little bit on the podcast during a SRI drop. We talked to him. We talked about him the other week about a 4-wheeler, a quad. Some people call it.
Bikes, whatever
you want to call it.
Yeah, sure.
4 wheels. Talked about one that has some Draco springs on it. And
pretty purple springs.
Well, anyway, it was quite funny because all of a sudden, like next day after the episode dropped, guy named William Eads messaged me and said, "Hey man, that's our 4-wheeler. It's got Draco springs on it." And so got talking with him a little bit. It is his brother Matt Smith that drives it, rides it, drives it, whatever you do on them thing. They're from up in Ohio. And they are running the GNCC off-road, all that stuff. A couple weekends ago, up in Mountain Morris, Pennsylvania, the GNCC High Point is the name of the track up there. Had a good showing up there again. I think he finished 6th and then 13th in the races. And got talking with him, and guess what? We're going to have some Chicken Bone Alley logos on the 4-wheeler.
How about that?
We'll put our sticker on anything.
Hey, we will.
If it races.
If it's race, we'll stick it on the butt of a horse. I don't care. They're gonna be. Hey, we don't even care.
I'm looking for some soapbox derby cars right now.
Hey.
Litter them up.
Yes, sir. Nothing wrong with that, bro.
So we are. They are running in the 19 plus C class, is what it's called, and GNCC stuff. They are racing this Saturday in Ohio. I didn't look see what track was they were running at. Look it up on GNCC's website. They'll give you all the schedule and everything. But yeah, William Eads and Matt Smith is the rider, and y'all check them out. Go follow them. They taking the Chicken Bone Alley, SRI Performance, Draco Springs, Honda, and taking out all the GNCC races and gonna put it up front.
Yes, sir, buddy. They gonna do it. We're gonna be checking them out and follow them. Y'all check them out too, man. And pull for them. See if we can't get them. Hey, they can't get no better springs on it. I know that.
No, I mean it's Purple Springs. The thing practically rides itself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what else we got? We had a lot of racing.
Well, there was a lot. And I tell you what, man, we said it before with old Flow Sports, Flow Racing TV, whatever you want to call it. I've been loving that this past week because they had the Indiana Dirt Week all week.
Midget week,
boy.
Midget week.
Oh, man, that's been awesome. That's been some daggone good racing, bro.
That's been fun to watch, and I've watched it every single night. I fell asleep watching a couple nights.
Well, it's been pretty good, though, because really it hadn't got over terribly late.
Not terribly late. There was 10:30, 11 o'clock. I think it was 10:30 or so. That was about
it was good. But
tell you what, Central Time there, too, so, 9:30, 10 o'clock over there.
Right. But I tell you what, old Kyle Larson put on the show, son.
8 wins in a row.
Yeah. I think some of them led in with the sprint car.
Right.
But I think he won like 4 in a row, the midgets.
Yep. Finished second. Worst he finished was second all week.
And he finished second to his teammate.
Exactly. Chris Wyndham.
And he comes back, wins. I can't remember where it was.
Another one, I think it was.
Yeah, he won the next night.
And then
they went to Kokomo.
And Tanner Thorson.
And he damn sure about won that one.
Oh, yeah, he about won.
If he'd have went to the top sooner.
Yep. I thought the same thing.
If he'd have went to the top sooner, he'd have had him. Because he was strolling. He had bite like I don't know what coming off.
I so wish in watching that race at Kokomo that iRacing's the way the dirt changes on there. I wish it would change like that on iRacing.
Yeah, I think that's something they're trying to figure out, but that's got to be difficult to figure. But
it's definitely got to be difficult to figure. But anyway, Kyle Larson, bro,
that's unbelievable.
The 8 wins in a row, and your worst finish is second. Your worst finish in 2 more of those, so 10 top 2 finishes in a row.
It's unbelievable.
That's insane numbers.
That is. It is. It really is.
That Tucker Boat Motorsports team is toting the mail up there because Chris Wyndham is another Tucker Boat driver.
Yep.
Chad Boat up there.
And they almost swept a whole week up there. That is impressive, man. But old Tanner Thorson come back and won. He had a strong car. Midget was fast, and he's had trouble all week from what I could follow. And I think he blew a motor the night before, and they ended up borrowing a motor and putting it in it or something.
Yeah, I heard the same thing, and it was, dude. I'm gonna tell you what. I know we watch a lot of different forms of racing and stuff like that, but watching the midgets, especially on a smaller track, is
it don't get much better than that.
Insanely good.
Well, we went to Georgia to Screven, and
whatever they call it.
Screven, whatever. But anyway, I'm assuming it's still open. I don't know, but the old, I think it was called the Gamecock
Speedway.
Gamecock Speedway, which is on the same grounds as Screven. But it's awesome. It's like a little go-kart track, essentially.
Well, that's what they
built
like
it to be,
but I ain't never seen a go-kart track built with a concrete wall.
Whoa, I know it. But I'm going to tell you what. We really weren't anticipating seeing midgets. And
we just went to see some super late models.
Yeah. And we get down there, and there's freaking like 40 of them things down there, man. And God knows that was an awesome race. Dude. I mean, that was a freaking awesome race. So if anybody is ever, I know they don't come around here very much. I wish they would. I'd love to see them, coming at Fayetteville maybe. If made Fayetteville a little smaller.
Yeah, that'd be a good race now.
It would be. Even Sumter even seeing them.
Sumter's a good race. We watched them one time at Sumter.
Yeah, we did. There wasn't a very big crowd of them.
No, it was all right. The straightaways were a little bit long for them there.
Yeah.
The old Dublin track. That
Yes,
that was
would
awesome
be-
track
that
for
would
them.
be a
They
big
ran there every now and then.
Yeah, it would be. So,
And,
but anyway, I know. I mean, yeah, they mostly they run up north, which is
well,
you know,
Midwest almost. I mean,
yeah, kind of Midwest. I'd like to
Indiana
get up there
and that
and go to Midget Week. That'd be awesome. But
that'd be awesome.
my goal is Chili Bowl.
Yes, sir.
And that's gonna happen for too long. We're gonna try to get over there and check that out for the whole week. That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. Turning around, I think going back here, I'd have to look at dates. I don't have them right in front of me, but Pennsylvania Dirt Week.
Yeah, I think it starts
Sprint
tonight.
Week,
I
whatever
think
it may be.
I want to say they at I can't remember where they're at tonight. But it'll be at Williams Grove and all that this week. I think Kyle's back in the sprint car.
He is.
I think that starts tonight, so I think he'll be on Flow Racing TV tonight. Matter of fact, or this is Wednesday night. So anyway, definitely, like we've said before, it's $150. Y'all go ahead and get rid of that DirecTV or Time Warner Cable or whatever you got. Don't worry
Especially
about ESPN.
all you bachelors out there. Y'all don't need all them channels.
No, you don't, because you don't need ESPN anymore.
No,
You
they
don't need
they
Fox
just talk
Sports.
too much.
Because you can go on Flow Sports and watch any kind of sport you want. I don't care if you don't like racing, whatever.
They got dancing on there.
They got
Competitive dancing.
They got competitive dancing. They got competitive.
We're not sponsored by Flow Sports in any way, and I was the first one to say that I wanted to hate them. I wanted to hate them.
Yeah, because it was expensive, I thought.
We thought.
But it is. Well, it's $150 a
That's
year.
not bad for a whole year.
It's not bad for a whole year.
all
And
you
you get
get.
everything, dude. It's not like no special races you got to pay extra for.
We need to talk to them, see if we can get some money for plugging them here.
And Hooters. Yeah, I don't know if anybody notices, but we like Hooters, so don't forget about Hooters. Now.
Hooters, if y'all listening.
But anybody listening that's associated with Hooters, tell them give us a call.
We work for Smoke Wings.
We work for Smoke Wings. That's we don't ask for much.
That's all we want. We just want some smoke wings once, twice, 3 times a month. That's
A
it.
week. I mean, a month. Yeah.
We-
whichever. Yeah,
Whatever
we
comes
ain't
first.
picky. That's right. but no. So they got a lot going on up there. That's what me and David talking about. It'd be awesome to be able to take a motor home and take 2 weeks and go to Indiana Dirt Week, go to Midget Week there, and then leave and go to Pennsylvania for a week. That'd be a lot of fun. That'd be cool.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you these, and we talked about it with Mark a few weeks ago from Forward Bite. He's talking about, he lives in the Midwest, and all them there's sprint guys over there, sprint, midget, pretty much every dirt racer over
through the
there.
summer. Yeah,
That's just their job through summer.
they run like freaking 4 nights a week, bro.
Yeah, I mean
That's awesome. That is freaking awesome.
why can't we run like that over here? And I'm not even saying that many. Why can't we do some Wednesday night stuff at?
I don't know, man.
I don't even at asphalt tracks. I mean, why can't they do some Wednesday night stuff and turn around and do Saturday night stuff?
I don't know. I ain't really figured that out yet. But tell you what,
They're more committed out there, obviously.
they are, man. They got it going on, and I'm more kind of biased to the dirt stuff. I love dirt. I like
me too.
asphalt,
Me
no
too.
doubt about it.
Me
but
too.
I love some dirt stuff, man, and it seems like every daggum county up there, but you got a damn dirt track.
That's pretty much what it is.
And that is awesome, dude. I love that. I mean, okay, we ain't running right here this week. All right, let's go 30 minutes down the road. We got us another big race.
And that's what's so cool about it is like watching Midget Week over there. They're going from track to track each night, except for I think 2 nights there they were at the same track. But those tracks aren't really. They're nice tracks. Don't get me wrong. They held up great in the ground. But as far as looking at them, they're nothing special.
No, it's nothing special. It's just regular old dirt track. I mean, they don't have to have 40,000 stands or, it ain't got to look like the dirt track in Charlotte or nothing. I mean, they put on a fantastic show, though.
Yeah, they put on a fantastic show. And what's so cool about it, and we talked about it the other week, is that after the race, they invite everybody in the stands to come in the pit area.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you have a pit pass or not, they invite you to come in the pits. See your favorite driver, get autograph from them. And they were showing it. Even though Kyle Larson had to be at another track next night down the road, he's standing there and sign autographs for everybody.
Yeah, I know it,
after
man.
winning his races and stuff. And
I swear, dude, I like that a lot. I mean, there's talks about him possibly getting back with SHR, Tony wanting to hire him back in a cup car, and I know there's a lot more money there, and I can't blame him for that aspect, for that side of it, for the more money, but if money wasn't really the object, if he's got enough money to enjoy himself and do what he likes to do, traveling around and running dirt, it just seems like it fits him so much more. And I'm damn, he ain't good at it, bro. I mean, they got it going on.
He's got dirt figured out.
Dude, he can. I don't care what it is, dirt. I just can't wait, and I hope now that he's got a little time, I want to see him in a dirt late model, bro.
I think that's coming.
I want to see him in.
It was coming before he left NASCAR, and
yeah, and he's got a little more time to do it now.
Well, I say he's got more time. The fool's racing 5, 6. I think he's racing about 8 nights a week.
I'm pretty sure he is. They need to fit him in there with one. I'm telling you, I'd love to see him show up at Lernerville and run Lernerville, but I know he's gonna be running a sprint car somewhere.
What I would love to see, and yes, I'd love to see that too. But what I'd really love to see is them not even let anybody know that they're testing wherever. Go ahead, test it a good bit. Let him get some good seat time in it. And obviously, we're talking about we want him in a Team Zero race car, because that's what he's already talked about getting.
Oh, he's already talked about, yeah.
And I'd love for him to show up at the World Finals.
Oh, that'd be nice.
In Charlotte.
That'd be nice.
That'd be so cool, too. Regardless of what your feelings is on NASCAR, just with all that happened to him show up World Finals in a super late model and go out there and run good, just be like, wow, right in the face of NASCAR.
That's freaking awesome, man. I love it. I hope he does it. And I don't know, man. I guess money talks. They always say that. And, you know,
it definitely does.
You know, I mean, he's winning every night, but he's winning $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a night.
He is, but he's got good. He actually, if you look at them cars,
he's got sponsors all over it, bro.
Yeah, sponsors all over it.
He does. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what. But I just kind of think I could foresee him staying and running full time in sprint cars and stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess.
Maybe so. I don't know. It's interesting to see. I'm gonna tell you what I did see the other night. When he got out the car after winning his midget week championship.
What is that?
I saw right on his driver's uniform, fire suit there, big old logo right on his sleeve.
It wasn't SRI, was it?
It was SRI.
No way, Jose.
It was.
I'll be dadgum. I tell you what. That's another point right there.
SRI sponsors winners.
The best, I think, I've ever seen on dirt. I tell you what, dude. Hey, he knows where to get his stuff. They run up front. Doesn't matter, but I'm telling you.
Dude, SRI's got it going on, well.
They got it going on.
SRI's got it going on. SRI, Draco Springs, they got it going on.
Yeah.
They got it figured out. And Sasha, actually, right before the podcast, sent us some more stuff that they got. They're promoting this month.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna talk about.
What you gonna talk about?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna talk about. I got to get me one. I got to order me one. I got to get me one.
I think I know what you're gonna talk about.
My little son's gonna take it.
We're gonna have to order more than one.
We got to have multiple.
We got to have multiple.
But I'm gonna tell you what, they got a new product out that they building right here. I think they're building them right here in Charlotte, right
at Stock Car Steel and Aluminum.
At Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, they build them right there. The DeBerti Billet Yo-Yo. Now y'all got to see this yo-yo. I mean, it looks like
it is not.
It ain't your average
yo-yo.
No, sir. I ain't gonna lie. This is one bad daggum yo-yo now. This thing is 2.5 inch yo-yo. Now it's fully machined out of 2.5 inch billet aluminum. Custom groove 10 ball bearing for sleeping. Now I like to be doing tricks with my yo-yo when I do them, but see here lately, my little son Cole's yo-yos they don't really sleep too good.
No, Lena's got one too, and it don't sleep like it's supposed to. And it's funny because me and Sterling know all the terminology of this yo-yo stuff. Because back in middle school, they used to take yo-yos. The teachers used to take yo-yos from us.
We did, man. We used to time who could sleep the longest, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling you,
about break our hand because we throw them so hard.
They got, man, I'm telling you, dude. Y'all just need to go check these yo-yos out. They are freaking awesome. Y'all definitely need to check them. I'm going to get me one, but they look like old bullet hole
That's
rim.
exactly what they look like.
It looks
Bullet hole,
awesome, dude.
mud wheels.
They are freaking nice. I got.
They look like the same wheels you had on your old Z71 in high school.
It's exactly what. It's the same thing. Same exact thing. That is awesome.
We are getting some of them. I mean, they're freaking awesome. Go to our Facebook page. Go to SRI's Facebook page. Either one. I posted it on ours just because I thought it was so cool.
That is cool.
Already. Yeah, the DeBerti Billet Yo-Yo.
It's awesome, dude. Go check it out. Get you one.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what else they got. And we used to have to do this to our yo-yos. Do you remember?
Oh, we definitely did. We it ain't cheating. It's just
It ain't cheating.
stretching.
It's helping.
Yeah,
Helping.
it's just stretching.
We used to shoot us some penetrating oil down in our yo-yos. Help them sleep a little longer.
And
I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know if y'all have ever used it, but Trick Shot penetrating lubricant. You spray that in there. That's something gonna go into a coma instead of sleeping.
it's gonna be there forever.
Forever. 100% biodegradable, non-flammable, non-toxic. It is some of the best penetrating lubricant on the market.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Go
bro.
get some Trick Shot.
Well, it works good for. I mean, even around the shop, or you got old rusty bolt. You got, bolt nuts seized up together. Spray it on there. It don't take no time. It come right off, bro.
That's right.
I mean, it works great, bro. Y'all gotta get you some of that.
We got to get some. You know what Sasha even told me, man? I didn't know this, so I'm glad she told us. SRI also sells concrete decks and floors.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, they do everything, bro.
Dude, I'm pretty sure the entire state of North Carolina, along with South Carolina, because I just say North Carolina because they're located in North Carolina, I'm pretty sure that they could operate just from
SRI.
SRI and Stock Car Steel.
Anything you need.
Stock Car Steel has got everything.
They got it all, bro.
SRI's got everything to put it together. Stock Car Steel's got all your stuff to build it in the first place.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
They got it going on, bro. No wonder all these drivers want to be sponsored with them, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you. Steel right now, especially with all the crazy stuff going on again with all this COVID-19 stuff. I wish we'd make it to COVID-20 or something by now. I'm tired of saying 19. Needs to be even number. But they got Sterling's favorite product still rolling up there at Stock Car Steel.
Well,
The Sneed Shield 2.0.
2.0 now. I didn't think you could get any damn better, bro.
They made it better.
I don't know how.
It's funny though, because they made it better because now it's easier to assemble because these people work at these gas stations. Nothing against y'all. But there is some people that work at gas stations, they don't know how to use wrenches and ratchets and stuff like that. So they have now made it.
Ain't no tools required, bro.
No tools required.
You ain't gotta have nothing. Just take it out of the box, put it together. That's all you gotta do. Telling you what, man, it's still customizable to meet whatever size you want. $100 for the standard size, 36 by 32. So I'm telling you, man, and they've done a little bit of stuff to them. They got them safer, less likely to harbor bacteria. So you never know, you might get somebody sneezing or having a cough day or whatever going on, and hey, they got it. They protect you.
Wipe it off and go.
Wipe it off and go, but put your tear off on that thing, tear it off, and roll with it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna talk to her about that. They need to put tear offs on them things. They need to put tear off tabs.
Another market.
I'm telling you, tear off tabs on the Sneed Shield.
Just like the windshield tear off.
Boom! You ain't got. To, if you want to spray, you can get you some whatever spray you want to get. But if not, hey, get you a tear off. Boom! It's gone. It's ready for the next customer. Whatever it takes.
Let's roll on. Also, don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but it literally just come across before we got on here good. State of North Carolina, know at least for the next 3 months that they have mandated mask across the state.
Jesus Louises.
Yeah, Jesus Louises, for sure.
Well, they sell them too, so.
Yes.
Go get you some of them bad boys.
Yes. Yes, they do. Go to SRI Supplies, and they will hook you up with all your PPE needs.
Yeah, you better go fast though, because all this stuff coming on now, you got to wear them for 3 months. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't want to wear the same mask for 3 months, so you need to bulk up and get you some. So it ain't gonna be, I mean, they got a humongous supply. It's huge. They got a humongous supply house up there, but they're gonna probably sell out quick. So y'all need to hurry up and get you some.
Well, what's so cool about SRI, and we've talked about this before, they're supplying not just your regular old surgical masks. They are making shields.
Oh yeah,
for hospitals and stuff. Well, they're supplying the shields to them. So it's so cool that they're giving back still, supplying these shields to these hospitals, these doctors and nurses and all this stuff that still need it. And they're gonna keep on being right there for you, and with whatever you need.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Anytime you need it. Also, I want to remind y'all, any of your needs through SRI Performance, stock car steel and aluminum, make sure when you are purchasing online, in the little promo code box or coupon code box, make sure you use the promo code CBONE10. C as in
chicken.
Bone 10. And get you 10% off. 10% goes a long way, a lot of times.
Oh yeah, it does, man. Hey, the more stuff you buy, you got to buy a lot of stuff. But the more stuff you buy, the more money you save. So I mean,
exactly.
You look at it as a positive, you know.
Exactly. And I know some of you guys, some of the cars that we got Chicken Bone Alley on, they could use some stuff right now, because guess what? You know, they've got a few races on them.
Tearing up stuff.
That's just
people
the
running
nature
over
of the
them and
beast.
stuff, you know. Hey,
nature of the beast.
go get your stuff. Go
So,
check them out.
go
Stock
get
Car
your
Steel
stuff.
and Aluminum. Go check them out, guys.
Go check them out, www.sriperformance.com, www.stockcarsteel.com.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Go get your Draco Springs while you're there, too.
Go get them, man. I'm telling you, that thing's work, bro. I think Stuart Friesen, I think he won the other night, and he was running Draco Springs, bro. In his big block modified.
Can't beat them.
It's everywhere you look, I keep seeing it. It's constantly, whoever's in Victory Lane is either sponsored by SRI or got Draco Springs on there, or the chassis built by Stock Car Steel. I mean, it don't make no difference. It's everywhere you look. It's everywhere you look.
You got a whole thing from there. And I'm going to tell you, like we've said before, not only new parts, they got used parts too. Used.
They got, and it's not bad stuff. I mean,
no.
It
is
awesome
grade A.
stuff.
They're only going to sell the best of the best.
Yeah.
The used stuff is top of the line stuff. So I mean,
awesome stuff.
all your push rods and everything else, why not? They take them out of these cup motors and stuff, and
They ain't hurt.
after one use, and they're not hurt. Why not put them in your motor that's turning half the RPMs that they're turning?
That's right.
So go check them out. Give them a like on all the social medias. They put some fun stuff up there.
Oh,
And,
yeah, they got all kind of giveaways and stuff. So check them out.
Yeah, they put some cool stuff up. So check them out. Check out what they're selling. Help us out. Use your promo code CBONE10. 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 That spelled out enough?
I was trying to think of another way to say it, but I couldn't figure it. I think you did. I think you covered them all.
Sabon.
Oh, yeah.
Covered them all.
But anyway, man, getting back to a little racing there. We talked with Chris last week, and he was kind of getting the car prepared to hopefully,
Fergie time.
weather permitting, they were going to 311.
Was not permitting.
And it was not permitting. So they didn't go.
Here you go. Well, as he said on there, he was might have been going to Lernerville anyway, and
Yeah, I think they're preparing for that.
I think that's what for the firecracker.
For the 100 for the 100 lapper. That's where they perform, man. That's where they shine.
He's good on 100 lap races.
I'm telling you.
Now he's good on.
He gonna be up there, dude. So I'm telling you what, we're gonna be pulling for him hard and watching that race for sure. We're gonna have to find it. I don't know what it's gonna be on, but till we find out, we'll let y'all guys know.
Most definitely, we will be right there listening to it or watching it or whatever we gonna do, whatever we can do. There was a little little bit of dirt racing going on this past weekend though, from a few different series. I know Chris had talked about it, even possibly going to Bulls Gap.
Yeah.
Friday night.
Yeah. I guess he was going 311. He was going to go there, yeah.
Yeah. So, and he didn't end up going, but like I said, he's getting ready for Lernerville. But I was so happy to see these Team Zero cars doing a little bit better.
They are doing better, man, and I hate to see it. Chris, man, he got his new car going. What night was that? Was that Friday night? I can't remember.
I think so. Yeah, I think it was Friday.
And I would damn if it didn't tear it up right off the trailer, man. I hate that. God knows
well,
I
he
hate
did, but he ended up getting back in it.
Yeah, they got it fixed. I think they tore the rear end of it a little bit, but
yeah, just some sheet metal. Nothing horrible. Madden ended up coming back. I think he had some ignition issues, even and stuff again. But he ended up still finishing 14th in the main there.
In the main, yeah. Well, from what I can see, I think old Scott had a decent night, man. I think he didn't finish top 5, right?
He finished 4th.
Yes, sir, buddy. Hey,
I'm so glad. Which I mean, that's a home track there for
well,
him.
it is, but that's kind of a win for Scott, right?
That's
now.
what he needed, though. That's what he needed.
Yeah,
he needed something he's used to, just to see. He still got it.
Well, I
don't think he ever doubted that. But.
No, I don't think that. I just think I really don't know. But like we talked about the other week, this Droop rule was kind of threw him off for a loop. Jonathan Davenport ran top 5 every race last year, I believe, and he's been struggling. So, it's not just
like Friday night. Braden Shepard finished 8th.
Right. So there's some struggle going on, but I do like to see the diversity through the field. I mean, it ain't the same like last year and the year before. It was the same 3, 4, 5 cars in top 5 every week.
And our South Carolina homeboy Zach Mitchell come up there and won it.
That's awesome, dude. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about. Is seeing that and giving them guys the opportunity to get in prime time. I mean, the biggest series there is. Go up there, run up front, and win it. That's pretty cool.
It's awesome. And I'm typically not one that's for more and more rules. That's not typically what I'm about. But when the rule kind of levels the field out a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't know if I like the field being leveled out much more because Chris Madden was kicking tail there for last few races of last year.
He was, but hey, it gives them a challenge for them to try to figure this thing out. But I'm gonna tell you what, somebody that has figured it out, and that's Jimmy Owens, man. God, good Lord
knows.
Have mercy.
Jimmy Owens. They had Lucas Oil at the Mag, the Clash at the Mag, Friday and Saturday night, both. Dude,
I'm telling you, dude, he's unbelievable.
Jimmy Owens won Friday and Saturday night on Draco Springs, mind you.
On Draco Springs, son. Everybody better be listening.
I'm telling you,
you better get you some damn Draco Springs,
you don't get you
man.
some Purple Springs, you ain't running up front.
I'm telling you. But I don't know what it is, man. But I know that Cody.
I think I know what it is.
I think old Cody got over there, and he has helped them a lot. In that car rotating and getting off the corner.
Don't get me wrong, Jimmy Owens has been a good driver for a long time.
Oh, he has.
And back in the, 2010-ish,
early 2000,
11, 12-ish, he was the man there for a little while. Won him a couple Lucas Oil Series championships.
Yeah.
And but he kind of fell off here in the past few years to being a top 10 car, but he wasn't a winning car every single week. Well, all of a sudden, this year, started at the very first of the year, dude, he's, Every week he's just winning.
Like we said, we went to.
If he's not winning, he's running up front anyway. I mean, but he's pretty much winning every week. He's got more drive. He's got more.
That's
forward bite.
That is what's unbelievable. We went, like I said, we went to Volusia earlier in the year, and the last half of the race, once the track slicks off, the bite he gets center off compared to everybody else is unbelievable, and that's what he's doing now. It's just
fire off the bottom. Like
I can't figure. I don't know how they're doing it, bro. I don't. I mean, you can see it. You can actually see the difference. I mean, when you pulling 5-6 car lengths on the back straightaway on somebody, that's unbelievable.
And that's the crazy thing is he's got a long run car. Now, if the track, the races I've seen that he hasn't won was the nights that the track didn't get to where they thought it would get to.
Right, or either he had a bad draw, he had a bad draw and and just got lagged in the back. But for the most part, they have stayed on top of that track. They have stayed in the front in their heats. They started up front, and he's checked out, dude.
Oh, yeah, he started pole. I know he started pole one night. I might start pole both nights, but either way, dude, you can't touch him. Especially on a longer race, halfway through the race, he blisters everybody off the corners, and it's insane.
It is.
And he is the guy to chase and beat right now.
He definitely is, and I know it's just an easy comparison to me, but back when Scott was winning so much and he was so fiery off the bottom, because he loves the bottom. We all know that, Scott Blomqvist. When Cody was with him, he was the same way. He was firing off the bottom. And I remember watching that night when he won the Dream or whatever it was at Eldora that night.
World or Dream. I think it was World.
His fire off the bottom was unbelievable. I mean, nobody could keep up with. I mean, he was just, and that's what Jimmy always looks like. So, I mean, that's the same. I mean, Cody's
kind of put 2 and 2 together there.
I kind of put a lot of it on Cody's shoulders. In my opinion, I think Cody's a lot of the help of that.
Cody Mallory's good on a car. He was good in a go-kart. He's good on a car, and so yeah. Well,
hey. Like Chris Ferguson said last week, he grew up running with Cody and go-karts, and kind of followed him up through, and Cody kind of helped him kind of get where he's at now. So I like to, hey, you never know. I'd like to get Cody on the show one time, maybe. You never know.
We can do it. I think I'm friends with him on Facebook. We might get him on here.
Let's try to do that, man. That'd be really interesting to kind of pick his brain a little bit, see what he's got to say.
Definitely might do that. Well, what else we got?
Well, that's about all that I can think of for this past week. We got some stuff to go this week. We got the Pennsylvania Dirt Week, I guess, is starting up. So we'll be checking that out. Flow Sports.
I did want to cover one little thing that we weren't able to cover last week. It's kind of a funny thing. Well, I say funny. It's a racing thing. Our buddy that we sponsor a quarter panel on his car, on Mike Butler, he ran over at Sumter Speedway a couple weeks ago. We weren't able to talk about it last week, and had some issues over there.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Have anybody? I don't know if anybody has, but I'm pretty sure you have. Y'all ever went to them old Saturday night? What do you call them? The school bus races where they try to beat and bash. That's kind of what it looked like. I'll be honest with you.
That's about what it looked like. Our man started outside pole.
Fast.
He was fast.
He
was fast. And fired off, took the lead. And was running. And him and the second place guy who started on the pole was right there together for a little while. Well, all of a sudden, and I got a picture of it on my phone, the local favorite over there just rolls in the corner under him, knowing that he would never make the corner. And there's a picture of it, and he has turned right.
Oh, he's turned right.
Into Michael.
He's turned right.
He has turned 100% turned right. And it wasn't that the car was stepped out or anything. No, the car's still going straight, and he's turned right. and just doors him and runs Mike into the end of the wall. Well, he gets it back going. Everything goes back to the back of the pack. Mike does. And drives it back up, because this was like on the second lap of the race. Well, he drives it all the way back up to third place. At a restart, guess what? Come across his nose, spun him out on the straightaway. Same guy. Well, Mike did as we probably all would do at that point. You can't take but so much.
You can't.
One man tearing your stuff up. So Mike turns it backwards. He was still turning around. Well, when he come back by, guess what?
Boom.
Boom.
I love it.
I think there might be a busted radiator somewhere.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, it was awesome.
Hey,
it was awesome. Mike's had to do some work on the car now.
Well, hey, he was going to tear it apart anyway.
Well, he had to. Well, he had to, because I mean, he had done tore his car up enough. He had done messed his car up enough that night by hitting the end of that wall.
Yeah,
hitting the other wall. It was a mess.
Well, there ain't no sense in that, and I don't blame Mike for not going back. I think they banned him from the track or whatever.
Well, they said it did, and I talked with him at Sumter Speedway, because we're not far from Sumter at all, and I want to work with them guys, but I told them, and it's not that we sponsor him. I could care less. That is nowhere based on my opinion at all of what happened. I just watched the video, looked at pictures, and dude just took him out. Blatantly took Mike out.
Hell yeah.
Twice.
And announcers is, oh no, he didn't take him out.
Yeah, they were just fine with, just something happened.
And they rooting for him the whole time.
Anything to that driver. So if you're going to show that much favoritism, we're not going to work with you. I'm sorry.
No, hey, I don't
care to promote none of your junk.
Hey, I tell you what, Sumter, and anybody hadn't been to Sumter need to go and find out for themselves. But Sumter has got probably one of the best surfaces of a dirt track I've ever been to.
Ever. It's never dusty. Never.
It's unbelievable. I mean, that is one of the best dirt tracks. I don't care if there's late models on it. I don't care if there's micro late models or whatever it's called. I don't care if there's midgets. I don't care what they are. They got a fantastic surface. They put on a good show.
Yep.
They need some lights. I will say that. They need some lights because it's dark. It is dark around there. But they need to definitely not be one-sided there. That looked bad, man. That looked really bad.
Yeah, it was awful. Also, on another local note here, I know y'all might have seen it on our Facebook pages and stuff, but especially anybody here from South Carolina, or even possibly North Carolina, get behind us with Florence Motor Speedway there. It is some reason Sheriff's Department here is not letting them have fans.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that, because they can have them at Dillon, they can have them at Myrtle Beach, they can have them at Sumter, they can have them at Lancaster, they can have them. Every other track in South Carolina has fans.
Right.
They're not letting them have them here in Florence, at Florence Motor Speedway. I know it's all messed up time right now, but if it's fair for one, it's fair for all. Don't be whatever the one track is. Some of these guys, not only the racers, I mean, when you think of part sales and stuff like that, some of these guys make a living off of racing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
and so it's not fair, concession stand workers, none of them, these people, I'm not saying they depend on this as their only source of income, but it's, they got so used to, for years, this track's going to run X amount of times. I'm going to work X amount of nights. It's extra money in my pocket, or money that might pay a bill that month.
Well, it is, and also Charlie Powell, he's going to, from what I can understand, if everything works out the way it's supposed to, Charlie's going to hand over the keys to the racetrack in a couple months. So, I kind of like to see Charlie be able to have him a couple big races before he goes out, and from what I can understand, it's trying to plan a big race 4th of July, have fireworks for the kids and everybody. So,
well, they always have. Always have.
Oh yeah, sure have. And that's always a good show over there, 4th of July week. So I kind of hope they can get something figured out before then. I know that's only a week and a half away, but you know, as this virus stuff ramps back up, supposedly, I guess,
whatever.
yeah, it's just gonna hurt the case even more. But anyway, yeah, definitely, like David said, just, you know, go on and speak your mind on it. I'd love to see him open it back up and let him get a couple races back before he has to leave.
That's right. Also, want to give a shout out to our friends over at Checkered, the new social media app for racing. Man, they've been redoing a lot of things on there, doing a lot of improvements even on there. It was good already, but he's making it better and better every day.
Well, I tell you what,
Chris
man,
Muller over there, he's figuring this social media stuff out.
he's got it figured out, and I'm telling you what,
A lot of people jumping on there.
it's helping. I think all this negative crap constantly on the social media sites is helping him, and which is great, because you go on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, try to look at racing stuff, and nothing on your news feed is nothing but negative crap on the news. So go to Checkered. There ain't nothing negative, not unless you get in a fight with such and such at the racetrack.
And we can all laugh at that.
We can all laugh at that. We love that. That's great. So definitely go check him out, man. You can't beat it. It's perfect. It's a perfect idea. He's got a really good thing going, and looking forward to continue to grow.
Yeah, it's really cool. We've been trying to post more and more on there. I know it in all honesty is just out of habit for me. You know, you get something new like that, you got to create a habit to go to it.
Well, it's just like anything else. You know, you got to get used to Facebook, or you got to get used to whatever. You got to get used to that. So, but the more people that do it, they're gonna love it. I'm telling you.
I've been on it every day now. So,
that's awesome.
So y'all get on it too. Checkered. Go check them out. Put a little bit of money in there to it. It ain't much per year, and all that money goes back to the racetracks.
And also, don't forget about Forward Bite. They got some awesome apparel, man. New stuff coming up. Keep on checking them out too. Follow them on Facebook.
Yeah, they got some new shirts out the other day. I saw it.
Share them. That's cool stuff, man. They got some
they're
really
on
cool stuff.
They're on Checkered also. Forward Bite's on. They are into racing. Everybody needs Forward Bite.
Everybody needs Forward Bite. I think they need to sponsor
Jimmy Owens.
They need to sponsor Jimmy Owens.
Because maybe he's already got Forward Bite, apparently.
He obviously does, man. I'm telling you what. Unbelievable. But yeah, go check them guys out, man. Give us a like, please. Follow us, share us, tell us everybody about us, whatever. We're going to try to keep on getting some drivers on here. We got us hopefully a couple things coming up soon. Like I say, Derek Griffith's going to be on co-host next week if nothing happens. So that's going to be really cool. So looking forward to everybody seeing that and hearing that, whatever. And we're going to try to keep next maybe every other week or every couple weeks, try to have somebody on with us and kind of help us grow too. So we enjoy doing this and appreciate everybody listening to us.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. We had more listens last week in 1 week than we have ever had, and I know it's because we had good people on here, and I know y'all just don't want to listen to us all the time, but we appreciate you if you do. But so yeah, we go get some more people on here for y'all, and let's have fun. Send us over your hit us up on all our social medias, and
send us
some suggestions, whatever you want to talk about. Send it over to us. Like I said before, we got an email if y'all want to send anything to that. It's chickenbonealleypodcast@gmail.com. Send us some stuff on there if you want to tell us about your racing setup. We might even get you on the show. We don't always need to just have big people on the show. We need to we want to get some local guys, and
let's talk about some local stuff. That's what
Saturday
it's all about.
Night racer, your typical Saturday night racers. We get y'all on here too. We don't care. We like everybody on here. Absolutely. But anyway, I think I'm done. That's enough rambling for this week.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right, well, let's go.
Later.